Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'Shem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Shem, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim, Wagwatim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Today's lesson is basically going to be a bit about how all the problems that we're facing, because I'm gonna be honest. Actually, let me get that as well. First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of YAHAWAH, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of YAHAWAH? So the inspiration to do this lesson is just the hardships that we're going through. And the thing is, Israel, we're going through some hard times right now. Let me actually get this. Give me 1 second. Slakia, bear with me. Deuteronomy chapter. Okay, so all these curses, all right, we're not Slakia. Basically, the inspiration that made me want to do this lesson is the fact that us Israelites, we're going through our stuff now. We're going through our hardships now, all right. And I will say a bit more now. I mean, as in like this current time frame, a bit more so comparatively compared to before. And as a result, we really got to, be faithful, be in the spirit more so than ever. All right. So as a result, there are going to be things that we can do, and there are going to be things that we cannot do. All right. So in terms of the things that we cannot do, as we read in 1 Peter chapter 5 and 7, it says, casting all your care upon him. So we need to cast all our worries, cast our cares, cast our whatever, okay, to Yahawadah and pray that the Lord is going to, look after us. We're going to pray that the Lord is going to make a way for us, is going to make things work out for us when we don't have control over the situation. Okay, when you have control, when we have control over the situation, which in actuality we'll never have control over a situation. But in terms of, what are we able to do? How are we able to contribute to bettering our own situation? Okay, yes, there's those things that we can do. But outside of that, when it comes to, you just have to wait for. You have to wait for a response from some application that you're. Wait for this person to just give you the thing so you can go do the stuff or whatever. All right. The fact of the matter is, all that while it's going on right now, while we're struggling and going through that hardships now, the stuff that we don't have any control over, we need to trust that the Lord's going to make everything work out for us. And in addition to that, it also got me thinking, because I was watching a bunch of just last night I was watching a few videos. And Slakia, that's the thing. Like, in terms of like all this military stuff, and not necessarily political, I guess political, if you want to call it. I guess it is political, but at the same time, it's more so in terms of like people that are, going out their way, or Slakia, the setup, the borders, the drafts, all this stuff like that. All these things. While it is something that kind of, it affects our way of living. Gas prices, when the gas prices went up, when all these other stuff went up, all the stuff that may or may not apply to you, okay, or they will apply to you in some way, shape, or form. We need to. We don't necessarily panic at that. Okay, and the reason, because I will admit, I do not panic when I hear stuff about open border in what's it called? Because I was watching that one video, and I should probably get that. Let me actually get that. It was. Yeah, I'll get it, Slakia. Open border. They were opening the border. They were saying this is bad because now they're saying that they want to set up putting they want to set up putting and whatnot in America, so that America is more vulnerable and whatnot. And I, of course, with that in mind, it is dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. Okay, there's no oh yeah, I found it. It is a dangerous situation, and the thing is that while it's being a dangerous situation in general,
First,
Slakia, while it is, oh frick. Bear with me, let me get that back. While no Alright, so while it is a dangerous situation, alright, well, it is not necessarily dangerous for us because we have faith and trust that the Lord is going to protect us in that time of trouble. So if there are any, troops from other nations that say, we want to do X, Y, and Z and whatnot, we know that the Lord is going to find some way, somehow, to just protect us and not let any evil fall upon us. All right. In addition to that, okay, as we read in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, for the judgment must begin at the house of Yahawah. So what the Lord is doing is making us go through our hardships now. Okay. It was the major thing is captivity, Slakia. The word escaped me. Captivity. So we're in captivity right now, and then on top of that, we have to deal with all this stuff, the increased cost of living and how all that affects us. While at the same time, we have grown for the most part. Jake has grown accustomed to it and living on minimum. Because I know for a fact, because I do remember what's it called, I guess 8+ years ago, I would be living on like a lot less. I would be living with a lot less and having to make do with a lot less than when I was in this truth. All right, so prior to being this truth, I had to deal with a lot less, and having lived like that and having lived through that, now I know, okay, you know what, now I should do this. Especially being the truth, I have a lot more self-control. When I do get money, just blow it all on something that I don't need and being more responsible with it. All right, and that's I guess that's the biggest. And I don't really want to necessarily attribute that to, I guess, adulthood, because it is a bit more. It does kind of seem that way through my perspective, but speaking as a man, in my opinion, I do kind of see it like, when I got into this truth, when I came into this truth, that's when not just I had more discipline, but also the fact that I was making a lot more money compared to before. So I also want to thank YAHAWASHI for allowing me to make that improvement and actually have an improved life as a result of me coming into this truth, where I have the opportunity to practice self-control. I have the opportunity to rehearse the righteous acts, while also abstaining from some of the lusts that I was partaking when I was in the world. And one of those being again, like I'm not trying to like make it seem like it's like trivial, all right, but it is a part of, it is a part of the thing, as well as this was one of the things that I had a problem with. And again, it's by no means trivial, but it is a part of, being this truth. So one of the things was, I love eating a lot of food, and one of my favorite foods to eat was Checkers bacon double cheeseburger. All right. So I would always love that. I always love that. I want that. I would either go to Checkers or fast food restaurants to get that, or I would make it at home. Make it at home. And now that I'm in this truth, it I think it's been like a year. Like I don't even go to fast food restaurants. I've almost cut out fast food restaurants completely. I think I remember only going once last year, and then maybe like even less than a few times in 2022. But the thing is that, like, I'm cutting out that aspect of, lack of self-control, and better and wiser spending, because also cooking saves you money. It's a lot better to just cook rather than go to the store. All right, so these are, and this also ties into the thing. These are stuff that we're able to control, and as a result, we need to be able to have that that self-control to abstain from certain things that are just self-destructive and overall not helpful towards us. Whereas in comparison, for things that we can't control, like, say, for example, if our job that we're able to get isn't as, I forgot the thing. Oh yeah, rule. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. So someone that has discipline and self-control, okay, to stop themselves from going off, to stop themselves from following after the flesh. It's better than someone that's just able to say, I have control, I have power, I can overpower anyone, I can do this, that, and the third. All right. So and it also mentions slow to anger, meaning that you are able to discipline yourself and having self-control to not get mad and not let your emotions take over. All right. This is what speaking to myself first and foremost. This is what this is what we should aspire to be. All right. And, of course, speaking to myself first and foremost, because I definitely have been trying or making attempts to do so. All right. It's a very important thing, because having the discipline to, say, oh, you know what, I acknowledge that this is a problem. For example, I'll just use myself for example, the bacon cheeseburgers. Okay, I love this. This is a problem. I need to stop eating it. So you know what? From now on, I'm gonna cook my own food, and I'm gonna make turkey bacon or something like that. Just as an example, as a small example, compared to whatever other issues that brothers might be having. All right. So this is the thing. Like, let me actually also get that. Bear with me, Slock. Let me get this. First Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So the Lord makes it so that you're able to escape the temptation, avoid, falling into fleshly desires. All right, and you just have to, number one, find it, as well as actually want to abstain from that fleshly desire. Actually want to, say to yourself, you know what, I don't want to do this. Let me stop. Let me go do something else. Let me go do something that's better and actually good for me. All right, and these are the righteous acts that we need to strive to want to do. All right. This is why self-control is important. Okay. If we can't stop ourselves from doing something, okay, then you gotta find out some way to escape. You can't just say, okay, well, I can't do it, I can't stop, I need this, okay, I'm addicted, let me just do it this time, I just need to do it. Or you're just gonna constantly say, oh, YAHAWASHI, you made it so that this thing is so hard, this is a big problem for me. Well, no, that's not the case. All right, there's always a choice. There's always a way. You just have to put in the effort, put in the work to actually find it. Okay, speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay, because I know I definitely have. We all have our own, demons that we have to face. Demons that we have to, beat. Okay, so and I'm no different. Even though I'm the messenger. All right, I have to fight through these demons just as we all have to. We all have to. All right. Now, Deuteronomy, verse 30, chapter 30, verse 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now we're going a bit back, with all the hardships that we're going through now, okay, because we read this in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, okay, it says judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. So as we're going through our hardships now, especially with the poverty, things have been slowly transitioning onto onto our enemies. All right, and we've seen the reason why we know this is because they have the internet, like TikTok, fucking YouTube, and all this, where people are literally announcing to the world, the economy is so bad, I can't even live. We're barely getting by. We only have this much money to go through. And I've seen a freaking whole full-fledged Edomite woman literally complain about that. But the thing is, this is nothing new to Israel. This is for the most part, for most of Israel. All right, because Israel already knows the struggle of, oh yeah, we barely have any money to make it by. We have to do this, we have to do that, and whatnot. Like this is just the regular for us. All right, and in addition to that, let me quickly touch on the CHIP topic. Okay, this problem is being established because they want to bring in the UBI, the Universal Basic Income, as something that's very appealing and that they will take, because that's also gonna come with the CHIP. All right, I was about to say something else. Okay. That's gonna come with the CHIP. So they're gonna incentivize the CHIP and say, "Oh yeah, we know that you guys are having a big trouble. We know we gave you the stimulus check before, but you know what you can do instead of the stimulus check? You can just get this. You can get this thing, and for the rest of your life, we'll give you $1,000, $2,000, whatever the amount is. It might not be 1,000. It was 1,000 before, but now I heard they were saying 2,000. I think just because the cost of living has gone up, so I think that might be the new norm. Anyway, they're saying like, oh yeah, 2,000. We're gonna give you 2,000 if you take this. Just have this be your new. Take the CHIP and have this be the new norm for you. All right. So then people are going to be like, okay, well, yes, this is. We need the money. We need to take it. So we don't have any choice. We're just going to do it. Okay. But of course, there's always going to be a choice. All right. And the thing is, again, going back into the niche, the original topic of what I was talking about was when we come into times like that, we're not supposed to be afraid. We're not supposed to be fearful. We're supposed to trust in the Lord and trust that the Lord is going to protect us and provide for us in those times of trouble. All right, let me get this. Isaiah 30 from the top. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have asked at my mouth, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. They're trusting in Egypt. They're trusting in spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon. Okay, they're trusting in Esau, Edom. They're trusting in the sea hip to make their lives easier, make their lives better, and to get them out of poverty. Okay, this is not just our enemies. This is not just Edomites. This is not just heathens. This is 2/3 Jakes as well. Okay, and we need to establish in our own mind, be fully convinced in your own mind that you know what, when the sea hip it comes, when when they're offering $dollars a month, okay, which I imagine a lot of people are gonna take that regardless of whatever money you make. I think I heard was that they were gonna give $2,000 a month regardless of what you make. Just the fact that you have the C hip, if you were making a lot of money, if you're making no money, if you're making little money, whatever, they're going to give you $2,000 a month. I'm pretty sure I heard that, but it could change based on how the economy is getting now. They might raise it to 5,000, 3,000, maybe it might go back down to 1,000. We'll just have to wait and see. I do imagine it might be 2,000 or more, just because I think. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. But regardless, the thing is, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they could be offering $10,000 a month. We still cannot take it. All right. They could be say, oh yeah, $10,000 a month. What's that other one? $100,000 a month. $1 million a month. It doesn't matter. $1 million a day. They could be offering you $1 million a day. All right. We are not supposed to be taking it. All right. We cannot fall into the temptation that Esau's temptation and snare that Esau is setting for us. All right, have some freaking discipline. All right, as I was talking about before. All right, can't be falling into your fleshly desires. Have some discipline to say, you know what? No, I'm not gonna take it. And it's literally no, it's not that simple in some instances, but for this, it should be simple. It doesn't matter that you're poor and whatnot. You should be, again, casting all your worries, casting all your cares to Yahweh, so that the Lord will take care of you when those times of trouble come. All right. Matthew chapter 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and earthquakes and diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So when you hear of Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, China, North Korea, all these countries are getting ready for war. Okay, all these countries are preparing and whatnot. Okay, we aren't supposed to be worried. We are not supposed to be saying, "Oh my God, they are ready. They're about to do something and whatnot." We're supposed to be like, okay, call on YAHAWAH, that all this stuff is happening, all because it means that we're just getting that much closer to the end. We're getting that much closer to our deliverance, to Yahawashai's return. Slakia. And even if there was a projected thing that said, actually, let me get that. What's it called? Where would North Korea maybe I should put okay, never mind. I think this is it. What was the other? Russia. Okay, where would Or China. China. Should have done China. Fuck. Well, work. Yahawadah, I think. So if this can load. Okay, we're just gonna use this as an example. Okay, so let's say California, I guess, because I'm a bit more familiar. I don't know what fucking state that is. I think I know what state that is. Let's say there's China, Russia, North Korea, whatever. They drop a bomb in California. Let's say some brothers are living in California. All right, we need to, if they say California is targeted for a bomb and this is the area, then of course either the Lord's going to make it so that you move from there, you get out of there, you get out of that area so that you're not a victim, okay? Or the Lord's going to make it so that it just doesn't happen, or it doesn't affect you, or it doesn't get to you, okay? Because you're not the target of it, okay? It's like a whole different. It's like a whole different what's the word? Like it's like a whole different I forgot the term, but basically the Lord's gonna make it so that this is not an issue for you. All right, but even then, we're still supposed to be praising and thanking the Lord that all these things are happening, all these things are taking place, all these things are in effect. Even us, or us, use myself for example, as another example. Whenever I hear about the CHIP, even though I'm not going to take it, I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm glad to hear that Neuralink is making progress. They're thinking about these UBIs and all this stuff like that. All these things that are going, it does make sense on how they're going to do it. Okay, I have a bit of understanding on how they're making a lot of these things work. All right. Like especially for the Neuralink, because one thing is the whole the brain. I don't know if I guess, but the brain moves your body through electric signals. Okay, so what it like, say for example, you are trying to pick up a remote. All right, in order to know where to get the remote, your eyes see where the remote is, then your brain gets that information, collects that information, then your brain makes your hand move to the location of the thing which was received from the eyes in order to pick it up and then use it. All right, and by extension, there's also the matter of whole what's it called, zombie thing. I'll just use the word zombie, okay? Because I don't know if I can use the other word, MC. Anyway, for the zombie thing, it is with the CHIP in your body, be it in your hand or in your forehead. All right, what's going to happen is, because it's an electronic device, it sends electronic signals. Okay, so first off, it could possibly be powered by the electricity in our bodies, and then by extension, it sends electric sends electric waves to the brain. Then the brain acts out, what the CHIP told it to do, and then hence the term zombie. So yes, I demonstrated a bit of some knowledge on the CHIP, and this is all through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI for allowing me to be able to learn all that I have learned, and Yahawadah, I'm able to learn more and give and share more of that information to all those that are in this truth that need to hear it. All right. So that's why we can't be taking these things not so seriously. We need to take it things seriously, especially taking the Lord seriously, because you never know how destroy you. All right. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 21: there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. So again, the Lord's not going to make it so that evil will fall upon you. Okay, if you are a diligent worker in this, if you are a diligent and faithful servant, all right. The same way that I showed the whole California Russia war thing, all right. You just need to have faith that the Lord, if you do live in California and that does happen, then you just have to have faith that the Lord's, that you, number one, you are just, you did your best to be worthy of mercy from YAHAWASHI, all right? Because yes, there are going to be some people that are, be martyrs, but at the same time, did the Lord establish for you to be worthy of such a painful death? Because a nuke is not a painless death. It's not a quick death. It's going to be very, very excruciating. So you need to pray that you are doing your best to repent, doing your best to be worthy, counted worthy for mercy. All right. And if you are, okay, the Lord's going to find a way to protect you. You might not understand his ways of doing it. Okay. You might not understand his ways of doing it, but he's gonna make things right for you. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying as well as a faith booster. All right. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abba, Ball, and Shalom.